Okay, we are getting ready for round 3. Players are joining the room, and right now we are looking to play or watch Global TW versus Duality. I'm gonna be honest. I recognize Global TW. I don't know much about their team or Duality at all.
You're supposed to be the person out of the two of us that knows the history of these teams, not me.
These
so
are new to Low Inc. That's a bold assumption. I do recognize Global TW though.
All right.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. You know, it's whatever.
Well, looking at this, like first and foremost, would like to say Duality does have a 420 on their team.
Oh yeah.
So that's working in their favor. I think that that's going to go pretty well for them. But we do have the 2 JP names from Global TW. Definitely something to consider here.
Okay.
So something to keep in mind. Yeah, something to keep in mind for the games coming up here.
Okay, but we can talk about the maps.
Yeah,
round 3, we are looking at Splatzone's Inkling. That's okay. Good job. Normal map.
Yeah,
only
that's
took 3 rounds.
Normal. Yeah, normal map. Got some Splat Zones. It's just been a while since we had a Splat Zones. Also, and our first Splat Zones map was like Muscle Forge, which is definitely not a regular Splat Zone. That's so funny that like I can say that it's not a regular Splat Zones map, and you can probably understand what I'm saying by that.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's but yeah, Inkblot, pretty run of the mill. Reef is also, I think Reef is probably like one of my favorite maps like of all time from Splatoon 2. It's so nice to play on. I'm pretty sure backliners will disagree because
I was meant to like.
Yeah, you're like I hate you. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I actually hate you.
Frontliner Reef is like, it's like the fucking like oh swearing. Oh no. Hold on.
I don't think. Just pretend it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. I'm sorry.
There you
My
go.
bad. Unprofessional. But like Reef is like the whole like the angel choir for frontliners coming down. I didn't say this. If anyone asks, I'm not. Don't look at my Twitter handle. Go to krakenmare at twitter.com. It was him. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Splat Zones. Again, we don't know much about these teams, but you know that's why we're here. We're gonna find out. All right. So Global TW going with an E-Leader? I believe that's him. Yes, it is.
Yeah, E-Leader
ball point. Hold on, E-Leader ball point.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot to unpack in this.
There's a lot to uncover here.
Yeah, there's an E-Leader, a ball point. We have. That's the first Slosher we've seen, but Slosher Deco is pretty run of the mill for the Inkblot here.
And I'm gonna make a bold statement. Duality's pretty normal, actually. I mean, they don't have dualies. Like, okay. Guys,
yeah.
Name's Duality.
The double K shot though, that's still something.
Does that count as dualies?
I mean like Duality. I guess maybe that's where their team comes from. Anyways, we are seeing some early zone control here coming up from Global TW. Ballpoint looking to kind of get this aggression here up on the plat. Trying to put that charger out of. Charger does go down. Trying to get lots of control here. That's what one of the things is about Inkblot is you want to get their plat. Nice pick coming here from the ballpoint. Look at the aggression that we're seeing. This is how ballpoint should be played. This is
you know it's real when like the ballpoint's playing aggressive.
Yeah, when the ballpoint is in your base and less than a minute is off the board, that's a ballpoint. That's a ballpoint.
Yeah, we're already counting down points. Duality has 2 specials ready. I think it's their time to shine. However, 2 do go down, so this might be it with the baller. Maybe that's their last.
It's looking to get shredded though. Ballpoint keeping them kind of out of there. Just a really this comp as much as it's that's weird. What a clean game coming from a comp that I think there's 2 things that kind of work in the favor. One, do you really know how to play against an elite ballpoint Octobrush comp?
No, I
probably
not. I do.
No, probably not. I think the absolute aggression that comes from the ballpoint, I think covers for the kind of defense that you need to play from the eliter. And like look at that the brush top frag with the ballpoint, like that's they played that well. Definitely not my first choice in a team comp, but if you know how to play it and if it works for you, time and time again has proved that your comfort picks are going to beat out a meta pick.
Oh, for sure. And that's kind of what my team does a little bit. We used to do it a lot.
I mean, that's what I do. I play Brush. Brush is definitely not everyone's favorite weapon, but
yeah. Like, I pick heavy over ballpoint just because I prefer heavy. Like, I play better with it. I just straight up play better with it. There's no question to ask.
Yeah, and if it works, it works. Don't look at gift horse in the mouth.
All right. Well, next up we are looking at Reef Tower Control.
I think
definitely just different. It's just different.
Yeah, it's just I think I mean like that team comp that we just saw coming out there from Global TW. I almost think it could work here. The only thing is I don't think Chargers are the greatest on Reef. That's more of your field though.
Yeah, they can work, but not as well as Inkblot.
Yeah, no. The one thing that I've heard from you guys is that like the de facto backline pick here is the Jet. But like especially in like tower control, that Ray. So that's like the meta pick that comes to mind for me if I'm thinking about backlines here, which surprisingly you kind of think about them a little bit on the front line position. Seeing the splash come out, that's definitely a
my goodness.
And now there's two Octobrush now and a roller.
And Duality's running double backline now.
There's a lot
I'm not even
happening.
gonna like hide it. This is just the weirdest set I've ever seen. And I've seen weird sets.
I love this set. No, this is fantastic.
Weird's not bad.
Weird is not bad by no means.
Well, two Octobrushes might be.
And well, hey, it's working.
It is.
Octobrush Inkbrush is a comp. That is a thing. This Octobrush though definitely is
double
just
Octobrush.
And their coordination is immaculate, which is that thing. There's a lot of short range on the team. Like they don't have the distance, but
they know exactly where to be.
They're working together. They know where they want to be. See that pincer there from that Jet and the roller? That's textbook.
Yeah, seeing those brushes just doing a good job, just denying anyone trying to enter their turf.
I think there's a lot of pain. It's like I don't think people realize Octobrush has the approximate range of a T-Tech.
Yeah, a lot of people forget that.
It's not its ideal range. Like there is a bit of fall off still there, but it is basically T-Tech range. And I think that like if you don't know that, it's kind of hard to kind of respect how much like you need to be aggressive and how much space you need to give an Octobrush.
Yeah, not a lot of pushes, regardless of how many picks are going on Duality side or Global TW side. No one's really pushing tower until now.
Yeah, I think part of
course,
it is
because I said it.
Yeah, but yeah, of course, commentators curse. But I think part of it is they have to get a certain amount of control to make this team comp work. They can't just hop on tower and start going because they're really short range. If they don't have this definitive kind of control over the map, they have these two specials. They have a lot of paint down. They need everything to kind of work in their favor here. The roller looking to get another pick on this charger with the brush at his side, just clean, really clean gameplay coming out from Global TW.
Yeah, I think you raised a good point with how weak Global TW's comp could be. There's a lot of exploits to pick at here, but
there is.
Duality's not doing a lot to.
I don't think it's necessarily Duality's fault. I think it's also the map. There are a lot of like looking at how the Reef is definitely, as we discussed, it's a frontliners map, and these are 4 really aggressive weapons versus the little bit more defensive side coming out from Duality. They are trying to get this knockout coming into the last checkpoint here. Is there another checkpoint? No, I think that's just the victory. And they're gonna take it.
Yeah, amazing coordination by Global TW with the 2-0, but it's still playoff 3 on the Swiss. So we'll see if Duality can make a comeback.
Just absolutely like phenomenal gameplay coming out here.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you when I was starting today, like before the tournament started, I couldn't tell you like 2 brushes in a comp would be playing so well.
And to think that my predictions coming into this match was talking about the fact that someone had 420 in their name. I mean,
yeah, it's a little weird. We don't really know these teams, and it's so interesting and surprising to see like what they use.
It's so fun. It's so much fun seeing like, I mean, like the crack on roller from like last round, this round, the brush comps coming out. I mean, it's exciting, and as a brush player, love to see it.
Yeah, what I like about this skill in low ink, like the kind of skill area that we kind of point towards, teams don't fear like what's in the meta. They'll play what they want, and it's awesome.
And you know what? I mean, like the thing is I think high level teams can take a page from that book. Sometimes if you just pick what you like, you'll do a little bit better than if you try and like force yourself to play something you don't like for the meta.
For sure. All right, next up we are looking at what was the map?
I think it was Shipyard.
Yeah, Sturgeon Claims.
Okay. Sorry, I called it Shipyard instead of Sturgeon. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Fatal error. Never
there was a processing error there. So I'm really curious to see what Global TW pulls out here, because I mean the specials that we kind of think of on like on Sturgeon, on Clam Blitz, I think of Baller, I think of Booyah, and maybe like a Ray. But
I don't know about Ray, but I do agree with Baller Booyah. The thing about Ray is it puts you out of position. Like you're so far back, and you might as well, like, if you're gonna use a Ray weapon, there's better options.
I didn't even say a weapon. Okay, let's see what they have regardless.
Looking at a similar comp from Global TW.
Counter Octobrush coming out here.
Duality finally using dualies.
Yeah,
proud of you.
Global TW sticking to what they know, coming back with the same comp from before.
I think it works really well here. I was gonna mention that.
Yeah, and like definitely not what I was thinking special wise, and I said this, but I mean they're gonna prove me wrong. Look at this pick coming out earlier here from the Octobrush, getting another. There's 3 down from Duality in the first like 30 seconds here as they try and get some clams together, tossing clams to each other, trying to get that power clam in. Inkjet is coming out, providing this continual aggression. They don't have the clam, and that's the only thing that's kind of gone wrong.
Stopped them.
Yeah, that is what
falls up map. All right.
That's inadvertently a wipe. I
suppose that counts. We'll let them have it.
Yeah, well, definitely. Not how I thought that was gonna play out.
The Global TW definitely demonstrating they have the aggression, but none of them built the clam, despite having so many clams on the field.
Yeah, I think they kind of just went down as they were passing clams. Excellent, a lot of patience coming out there from that Octobrush. I was watching that unfold and I was like, I was nervous. We are seeing the basket go open for Global TW. Not sure if that was meant to be a push or if it was just one of those I have a clam, I'm gonna throw it in moments. We all have them.
Oh yeah, everyone does.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you're like, well, I'm up here, might as well throw the clam in. Good pick though, coming out on Duality side as they managed to get out here, taking one of the players off the map.
Duality has lots of clams. I think it's a good opportunity to pick up the pity, maybe build another one and get a push in. If they can get mid control, because that seems to be the tough.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, Octobrush, a lot of paint coming out here, and it's only going to complement that roller. Julie's looking to try and get a pick on the ball.
Doing a good job
getting a double and the beacon as well, and just coming out with their life. That was excellent.
Ground to pity clam. They have mid control. I think they're ready to push now with 3 specials going. We're gonna see a baller, maybe an Inkjet coming up right now.
They just need to pass these clams. Having some miscommunication here.
They gotta do it now.
They gotta go. Now's the time.
Oh, they got it.
One clam coming in. Are they gonna get the jump? I don't think it's gonna be. It is.
Oh, that is good.
They are gonna take the lane. Was close enough, but they are unfortunately gonna go 3 down. Not sure if that is the latent wipe. I'm not sure if the dualies went down, but not something you really want to do after a push. You don't really kind of want to be in that situation where that's kind of the thing that I think people struggle with on Clam Blitz is if you get the push off, but you go 3 down, 4 down, it's not going to be worth it in the long run.
Absolutely. And I'm a little worried because Global TW, really very aggressive very aggressive team. They could just easily take this back. I'm worried that they're going to do that. So I think Duality needs to really keep up their defense a little safer than usual. Yeah, none of them want to be going down. Yeah,
this is last 2 minutes here. Definitely going to be some decisive 2 minutes here. Dueling.
That was an interesting kill. I'm going to blame spectator lag on that one.
Spectator lag. But I'm also going to say Roller does have a that was a horizontal swing. Roller swings are pretty wide. Like I dabble in Roller every once in a while, most of the time, but it's you don't really know how wide and like on a dually roll. It's like one of those things where it's like you're in that weird middle ground situation where. Is it picking up that you're at the beginning of your roll or the end of your roll? We are seeing a wipe coming out from
Very good wipe. I was going to mention that. Incredible defense by Duality. I think they're watching the stream. Good job, guys. I don't know if that's coaching or not. But Duality, look at maybe push again. I don't know if that's worth it. With 1 minute left on the clock, they might just go down a little easily. But
yeah,
once in mid.
Definitely risky, but they did get 3 kills out of it. It is
1v1.
It's a 1v1 situation. Ballpoint versus dualies.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a winning battle, but they are going to get another clam.
Dualies has been taking up this ballpoint pretty consistently this game. We've seen it a couple times here on cam. I think the thing is like you can't play the last few minutes of clams really aggressive. You just have to time it right. Because if you keep the basket open,
2 kills, and that might be it. Yeah.
Really good kills coming up for the brush. The Charger is going to get that really nice pick there, popping the bomb rush, trying getting this roller out of the base here as he looks for the picks. He's going to have to pop Splashdown to stay alive. Global TW, I mean, it's trying so hard to hold on. Roller is going to get around, get the Charger here. I don't know if they can get a clam in time. They're scrambling.
Dualies, very good kill.
Excellent gameplay here coming up from the Dualies. That roller was definitely one of the last remaining bastions of the offense that they had there. It doesn't look like they're gonna have enough clams to get the power here in time.
You're gonna see an Inkjet probably from one of the Octobrushes, or not. Oh. Yes. No, he goes down, and that'll be a win from Duality. Very good job.
They were so close at the end there to being able to get that last clam in to kind of come back, but I think they couldn't get the clams together. And I'm not sure if it was because they didn't spawn or if they didn't pick them up in time. Like, that's one thing that kind of happens, like, when you're playing really aggressive in Clam Blitz, is sometimes you kind of just forget to grab the clams, and you're like, we gotta go, we gotta get some picks, and you're like, uh-oh, we don't have a power clam. What do we do now? And I think we kind of saw that there with the roller, where he was like, oh, I got these picks, we don't have a power.
And it's interesting, because in the Reef match on Game 2, we mentioned, like, Global TW has some weaknesses in the comp, and Duality has to take advantage of them. I think their overly aggressiveness kind of made them.
It kind of came back and
made
bit them
not
there.
have clams.
Yeah, it was a good gameplay, and that's the thing. That was a really tight match on both teams' ends, and I think it just kind of boiled down to who had the kind of decisive moments in Clam Blitz.
Alrighty, so round 4 should be in about 10 minutes. That was a really quick set, I'm not gonna lie.
They played those matches pretty fast. Global TW took those first 2 pretty quickly.
Yeah, so until round 4 starts, we're gonna take a short break, and let us know what teams you want to see in Swiss before it ends, because we'll be considering.
Yeah, we will be watching. We'll take your requests into scrutiny.
Yeah, for sure. So we're gonna take a short break. We'll see you then.